Well, welcome, Master Lin. It's so great to see you today. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It is such a great honor to be with you. Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah, thank you. And following up from our podcast that we had together, I wanted today to just highlight your new book, The Enlightenment Promise, which is a gem of a book. I've read much of the book cover to cover, and I thought we could just dive in. And I wanted to ask you, again, congratulations. So how did you come up with the name of the book, The Enlightenment Promise?
Well, because Heart Sutra is the summary of all the wisdom of Buddha's teaching of his entire life. He taught many, many great things, but this summarizes everything. Each sentence has a very powerful message to bring you to a higher level of penetration, of understanding who you are and what you are. And also hidden inside, there's a lot of great techniques you can use to help you to grow from who you are to what you are, from a person being enlightened to a person enlightened. It is just so wonderful. At the time when I heard from different masters, they said the Heart Sutra has the great power of healing, great techniques of helping others and helping yourself to heal, and also great techniques to help you to open your heart, connect to the divine, so that you will become so powerful. And I couldn't figure it out. It took me so long, and as I practice. Sometimes I just felt so bored, and I ready to give up. But since all my masters, no matter it's Taoist masters or Buddhist masters, said the same thing, that the power of the Heart Sutra. So I follow their advice and stay with it and practice until one day I really got into the void, like what in the Heart Sutra says, in the light, the Bodhisattva help people to liberate all the sufferings. And with my Qigong practice, I found it out. And I not only help myself to heal the arthritis in my body, in my knees, and healed the bone spurt in my neck, in my back, and also helped me to heal suicidal depression. So then later on, I used the techniques, and with Qigong, I help thousands and thousands of people all over the world. So that's how I came up this title. Actually, my wife helped out with this with title, and it's called The Enlightenment Promise. Really, if you follow the steps, what Buddha shared with you, and practice, remember that word is very important, practice, then you can be enlightened.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes, practice,
Yeah.
and we can all open and become enlightened. So how, and you've already started to name this, but how would you say the Heart Sutra enlightened you?
Yeah, so I went through a lot of difficulties in my life, from my childhood in the Cultural Revolution. And my parents were put into the kind of a jail and by the gangs. And then personally, as a little boy, I was beaten black and blue because I was considered as the child of a bad people. Right? So, and then when I grew up and I went through all the in China they call it political activities, and then my personal experience and the illness in my body. And so I went through a lot. I was depressed. I had lots of pains in my body, a lot of injuries. So I was looking for a way to help me not only stop the pain in my body and also help me to open my heart so that I can stop the suffering deep from my soul. So I was looking for the way. So I study a lot of different things like philosophy and Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare. To be and not to
Yeah.
be, right?
Yeah.
I just love that teaching. And then I study literature and economy, you just name it, a lot of things. And finally, I came to Qigong practice. Qigong helped me to stop the pain, but not able to help me to open my heart completely to liberate my soul, my spirit, the angry spirit wandering inside me all the time, and also the hate deep inside me, though I didn't show it on my face. And so finally I came to Buddha's teaching. Buddha said, Bodhisattva, deep in the light, help people to liberate all the sufferings. So I wanted to have that experience too. I not only want to help others at that moment to liberate their sufferings. First of all, I need to help myself to liberate the sufferings from myself, my heart. So when I dive deeper, the Heart Sutra, and together with the other teachings, and mainly is the Heart Sutra. And then I found out that each sentence, like the form, is not different uh, than the things, than the emptiness. And the emptiness is no difference from the form. So form is the emptiness, and the emptiness is the form. So when you listen to this teaching, at the very beginning, it didn't make any sense to me. It's just like a tongue twist. Form
I
is
understand. Yeah.
form is the emptiness. The emptiness is form. This emptiness is no difference than form, and form no different than the emptiness. So, boy, later on I found out is, as a form of energy we have, like my body, a lot of time we think about me, I first, and then the others, right? So a lot of time we think about the form instead of the emptiness. Then later on, you open your heart, you shift your position. You think about, hey, emptiness is no different than form. You are able to put you into others' shoes to look at things, to see things, then your heart just start opening up. And then, so when you come to another level of penetration and understanding, is, hey, we are part of the emptiness, we are part of the universe, and the universe is part of you. So that scientists already discovered this. In everybody, in our body, we have all the information of the entire universe. And that is so true. And so now if I is part of God or the divine or the creator, that means creator is within us. But from Qigong perspective, our masters already discovered the house of the soul is in the house of the divine is in the brain, in the pineal gland, that about the area. And then the spirit is in our heart. So we have the divine within us. Of course, if we have the divine within us, that means we are able to connect to the divine all the time. We just need to pay attention to. If we are able to connect to the divine all the time, that means we have all the wisdom of the divine. We have all the power of the divine. If we connect to the divine in the way the divine pre-program us, right, with all the chi system and the energy system, energetic system, and whatever you call it. And so this really, really got me deep into the study of the Qigong and the Heart Sutra. There's two things combined together. But I tell you, it makes miracles. At the very beginning, when I healed myself with my arthritis, with my suicidal depression, I thought this was wonderful. Then I asked myself, what was the reason or power behind the scene making all these things happening? And some people said, well, this happened only to the people who have this high relationship with the God, with the divine, not necessarily happen to everybody. I said, hey, wait a minute. If I am a creator, I am the creature of the divine, and so are you. And we are equal, right? Just like Buddha, Lao Tzu, and Jesus said, everybody can do like what I do. So if that is true, that means no matter it is me or Catherine or John or Peter, right? No matter who you are, and you are already pre-programmed with all this power within you. You just need to activate it, pay attention to it, be aware of it, and practice, 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 and tune in, and then you are able to do more and more and more. And so that's how I got so deep into the Heart Sutra study, and I used the wisdom, what I discover within, and bring it into my Qigong healing, Qigong practice, and Qigong teaching. And I found this is just so phenomenal.
Thank you for sharing. Powerful story. Wow.
Yeah.
And I resonate deeply with you. And, we've worked together for many years, and sharing my story at 11 of feeling like I was, life and death, and I was, and just opening my heart and feeling that deep sense of oneness with God, the divine, the universal energy. It was profound. Yeah. So just absolutely beautiful. Well, you hear a lot about enlightenment and the word enlightenment. So would you say the Heart Sutra is a shortcut to enlightenment? I mean, they don't have to spend years and years, or just makes me wonder. I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, that's the purpose. I want to share with the people, with the world. There's a shortcut, and there's a better way. Here, let's say a better way, spending less time and less energy and achieve more. And I believe we all want that, right? At the time when I studied up to my masters and or went to the Buddhist masters, Taoist masters, they said, well, if you want to get enlightened, it's a lifetime job. Just like at that time when I went to my Qigong master, I said, hey, master, because my Qigong master he is just so awesome. He was able to use his Tianmu, which in Western world call it the third eye, to read your body. And he was able to find out where I have blockages in my body and what vertebrae and I got the blockage, and then some other things. And I also witnessed that he read energy channels for so many people in front of me, actually in front of a big crowd. And these were all strangers, And so he had no way to cheat, right? So, and then I personally had experience with this master, and then when he said, when I asked him, how long will it take me to learn to heal others, and he said 50 years. 50 years. I say, well, in China, when you hear something like that, you don't argue with the master. You just say, oh, yeah, okay. Actually, in my heart, I say, yes, I have a lot of patience, but I don't have that time, right? 50 years. No kidding. At the time when I heal my knees, heal my back, just in one long meditation sitting with the Qigong master, I was able to heal myself 80%. And then following the guidance within about 2 months or so, I completely healed myself without medicine. So that was a message to me is, no, you don't need to take 50 years. And at that time, when I was meditating in the soccer field with a lot of people with this master guidance, I sent out energy to help a few people I love, and they got fantastic result. At that time, I had very little knowledge about Qigong. I knew some Qigong practice, Tai Chi and those kind of things. But talking about healing, talking about deep meditation, I knew nothing. As a almost like a zero knowledge of Qigong, I was able to help that many people to feel better. I can send out energy to help others to heal. So I said, well, this is something could be much easier than this. So here, Heart Sutra the same. People who have a hard time to heal themselves or have a hard time to open their heart, have a hard time to stop the pain, the guilt, the grief, sadness, anger, frustration, anxiety. You know what? You work things from bottom up. From me, my body, and then later on open my heart a little bit, and then step out of my the neighborhood to help little people, right? And now Buddha's teaching is from the top down. You you just like you want to see how your house look like, and you stay in your basement and imagine how your house looks like. That would take a long time, right?
Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
Now here Buddha teaches you a way. He say, hey guys, just get out of the room and step up at the hill, on top of the hill, to watch down. Now you have a drone. You don't need to step up on the top of the hill, right? You go to the top of the hill and look down, and you can have a full side view of your house. And then you know what you are going to do with your neighbors if you do landscaping, right? And you stay in your basement to think about the landscaping. And how can you do the best? Like step outside, look at the land, look at your neighborhood, and see how you can bring your energy with the neighbors. And then you have your own personality. That's the way to go. So Buddha's teaching is help you from the top down to look at who you are and what you are and what you can do the best to design yourself. It's not designed from within and inside. It's designed from outside to see the whole picture of yourself. What is your position in a society? What is, as a people, individually living on this planet, what is your purpose? and find out this. And then what is your value to your family, to your community, and to the world? And then you make meaning of your life. So once you find the meaning of your life, then you can open your heart even bigger. Then compassion, unconditional love, forgiveness, and all these beautiful tools in your toolbox you can use to help yourself to live a better life, and you can help others to live better life. Then by doing so, any place you go to, automatically, Catherine, I tell you, you'll become a love radiator, just like you. You are such a role model of love radiator. I love you.
I love you too. There's such a connection I have to you. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. And oh, words of wisdom, deep words of wisdom. And it's a consciousness. Would you agree? A consciousness, a choice, a practice. I want to heal. I want to open. I want to feel more. I want to love more. I want to learn how to love. I want to keep learning how to open my heart. And not always easy, but when we can keep loving and opening our heart and learning how to love more, and life gives us so many opportunities to do that again and again and again, to love and to love. And I think that's what we take with us of my years of being a chaplain when we die, is this love. This love is our essence.
Absolutely. Now this is now the Buddha takes you even further from here. What you just say. Lots of people say, "I love you. I love this. I open my heart. I want to do this." They have all these ideas in their mind, and you know what? If you can sink this idea into your heart, to let this knowledge to become your wisdom, and then love becomes you, and you become love. And there's no difference between you and me and you, I and you and I, right? So that's another level of enlightenment.
Beautiful. Just touches my soul. Okay, I want to end with the question, what do you hope the readers of the book will take away from your book?
For sure. And the Bodhisattva and Buddha, they become so powerful, such a great role model. I think the most important thing is they they live on this world to serve the world, the service, to share your love with others. The more you share with others, the more will come to you. And then you have more to share. And when you do so, you can change the world. A lot of times people say, I want to change the world, but I don't know where to start. Well, start from you. Open your heart and share your love with others. Share your energy from your perspective, whatever you have in your hand, in your soul, no matter what you do as a carpenter, as a housewife, as a cook, as a teacher, you have your own way to share your love with others. Once you share this love, it is healing. Healing takes place automatically.
Mm, thank you. And healing that people are longing for, healing for this world.
Yeah.
Most powerful message. And you're such a powerful healer. I have experienced it many times over many years. Thank you so much for coming on today to talk about your amazing book. Highly recommend everyone to get this. There's so many nuggets of wisdom. I have many pages earmarked. In my first edition I got. Would you like to share, before we end here, any upcoming workshops, anything you'd like to share with our listeners?
Oh boy, so we're going to have intensive healing retreat just so this Sunday, but we're going to have a cruise with the monks, Tibetan monks, in January. And so if you are interested, join us to experience the healing power from the chanting, and also experience healing on the ocean. That is a fantastic, powerful experience.
Thank you. And I'll be signed up. I'll be there. Well, bless you, Master Lin. You're such a blessing. Thank you. You touch my heart and you touch so many people in this world. You are such a blessing in this world. Thank you.
So thank you so very much, Catherine. So.